Before Hogwarts became a cultural religion, before Potterhead turned into an identity, before midnight book launches, house rivalries, and grown adults still waiting for their Hogwarts letters. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was a massive gamble. In 2001, fantasy films were risky, child actors were unpredictable, and book adaptations had a habit of disappointing fans. Yet, this movie combined them all and became a comfort film for an entire generation. What makes it even crazier is that there are so many iconic elements in this movie that even hardcore fans don't know. From casting accidents to near disasters on set, from lore decisions fans still debate today, to choices that shaped the entire franchise. Here are 10 crazy facts about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone you probably didn't know, and why they still matter to the wizarding world. And it all starts with a boy who didn't even ask to be famous. 1. The boy who didn't even try to be Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe didn't grow up dreaming of playing Harry Potter. He didn't chase the role. He didn't campaign for it. He didn't send in flashy audition tapes. In fact, he wasn't even supposed to audition at first. Radcliffe was spotted by producer David Heyman after a chance theater performance. The producer was drawn in by his dark hair. That's it. No obsession. No long dream of wearing the lightning scar. Just being in the right place, at the right time, with the right face. This matters because Harry Potter, the most famous orphan in fiction, was played by a kid who wasn't desperate to be famous. And that calm, slightly unsure energy became Harry.
Was it nice there? Do you miss your family?
It also mirrors the lore perfectly. Harry himself never wanted greatness. The wand chose him. The world pushed destiny onto him. Fame followed whether he liked it or not, which makes what happened with Ron Weasley even more interesting. Because while Harry sort of stumbled into Hogwarts, one of his best friends kicked the door down. 2. The kid who auditioned for Ron, like it's Britain's Got Talent, Rupert Grint, didn't submit a basic audition tape for the role of Ron Weasley. Instead of a traditional audition, Rupert sent in a homemade video where he rapped about why he deserved the role. No exaggeration, a rap. He didn't need agents, he didn't need any polish, just pure confidence and chaos. It was awkward, funny, and impossible to ignore, which is exactly why it worked. Casting directors weren't just looking for acting skills, they wanted kids who felt like the characters. And Rupert's audition screamed Ron's slightly unhinged energy. Finding Ron was important, but Hogwarts needed its own personality too. 3. Hogwarts almost looked completely different before Hogwarts became one of the most recognizable locations in film history. It almost looked wrong. Early concept art for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone shows several wildly different versions of the castle. Some designs leaned heavily medieval. Sharp edges, darker stone, almost intimidating in scale. Others felt cold and severe, more fortress than school. The filmmakers eventually realized something important. This wasn't just a castle, it was home. So Chris Columbus pushed for a warmer, more inviting Hogwarts. One that felt safe enough for kids, but still mysterious enough to hold secrets. Rounded towers, softer lighting, cozy interiors, and spaces that felt lived in rather than threatening. It's why the Great Hall feels welcoming, yet kind of ominous. And why Hogwarts feels like a place you want to explore, not survive. Once the castle itself felt right, the filmmakers turned their attention to the students who would actually live inside it. 4. Emma Watson was almost forced to wear fake teeth. In the books, Hermione's buck teeth are exaggerated, almost cartoonish. And early in production, filmmakers planned to stay faithful by giving Emma Watson prosthetic buck teeth. They tried them on, and they were a disaster. The fake teeth made it difficult for Emma to speak clearly, and they distorted her expressions. Eventually, the decision was scrapped. This single choice changed Hermione's legacy, so instead of making Hermione's insecurity visual, the films focused on her intelligence, confidence, and emotional growth. She wasn't the awkward girl, she was the smartest person in the room. It's a subtle shift, but it made Hermione aspirational, not just relatable. And that decision played a huge role in why Hermione became a cultural icon, especially for young girls.
Oh, are you doing magic? Let's see then.
But physical accuracy wasn't the only detail the filmmakers had to get right. because one of the most emotional book details almost broke the film completely. 5. The filmmakers tried and failed to give Harry his mother's eyes. Your mother had eyes just like yours. It's one of the most repeated lines in the entire Harry Potter saga.
You have your mother's eyes.
And the filmmakers tried to honor it. But Daniel Radcliffe, the destined Harry Potter, was born with blue eyes. They tried out contact lenses to match Lily Potter's green eyes, but Radcliffe had severe reactions to them. His eyes got red and irritated. The poor kid was in so much discomfort, it wasn't sustainable, so the plan was abandoned. This created a lore inconsistency fans still debate today, but here's the deeper truth. Emotional continuity mattered more than physical accuracy. When characters say Harry has his mother's eyes, what they really mean is her spirit, her kindness, her sacrifice, and nowhere is legacy stronger than with the man who defines wisdom in the series. Did you know Hogwarts almost lost its greatest headmaster before filming even began? 6. Dumbledore almost turned down Hogwarts until his granddaughter intervened. Richard Harris didn't want to play Dumbledore. He felt he was too old, too tired, too done with long productions. So, he rejected the offer multiple times. That is, until his granddaughter found out. She reportedly threatened to never speak to him again if he refused the role. And just like that, cinema history changed. Harris brought warmth, gentleness, and quiet authority to Dumbledore. A version that felt like a grandfather, not a general. His portrayal set the emotional tone for the entire franchise. Even after the recasting, the soul of Dumbledore was already defined. So the next time you watch Dumbledore talk about love, light, or choosing what's right over what's easy, remember to say a thank you to the granddaughter who refused to let Hogwarts lose its headmaster.
A loss. Earwax.
Our next fact doesn't involve casting at all. It involved choosing between two future-defining franchises. 7. Chris Columbus chose Harry Potter over Spider-Man. Chris Columbus had the option to direct Spider-Man starring Tobey Maguire. He turned it down. Instead, he chose Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Sam Raimi revived comic books with Spider-Man, and Columbus brought heart-first storytelling to Harry Potter. All is well that ends well, wouldn't you say? Columbus leaned into warmth, innocence, and wonder. It was magic that felt safe enough for kids and deep enough for adults. That's why Sorcerer's Stone feels so comforting compared to later films. But comfort didn't mean everything on set was calm. 8. The Great Hall candles actually started falling on set. Those floating candles in the Great Hall were real candles. They were hung with nearly invisible wires to keep the illusion. But one day, during filming, the heat caused some strings to burn through. Candles fell, and smoke filled the halls. The Great Hall had to be cleared while the crew dealt with the situation. Thankfully, nothing catastrophic happened. And apparently, fire wasn't the only thing they trusted to behave itself. 9. Hogwarts used real owls, and it was absolute madness. The filmmakers used real trained owls to deliver letters, dozens of them. To keep the owls focused during certain scenes, handlers relied on old-school falconry techniques, including putting dead rodents in their pockets to hold the animals' attention. But the owls still flew when they felt like it. They missed cues, refused to cooperate, and created quite the mess. But the result was worth it, which brings us to the most perfectly on-theme detail of all. 10. One actor was literally credited as He Who Must Not Be Named. Did you pay attention to the credits of the Sorcerer's Stone? Well, Voldemort's actor wasn't listed by name in the credits. Instead, he was credited as He Who Must Not Be Named. It wasn't a gimmick, it was commitment. Voldemort wasn't an actor in makeup, he was a presence. Unless you're trying to invite him, he must not be named. Well, there you have it. 10 crazy facts about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone that you definitely had no idea about. More than just a movie, this was the beginning of a world that made an entire generation believe in magic, friendship, and the idea that even the most ordinary kid could belong somewhere extraordinary. If you enjoyed this rewind, hit like, subscribe, and let us know which fact surprised you the most. And if you want another iconic deep dive, check out our video on Titanic, where we break down the hidden details that made it one of the most emotionally devastating films ever made. Until the next spell.